Hi, it's Jeff with Marine Beam. Today we're going to talk about our new Crystec voltage guard. What this device does is it protects your batteries from severe discharge. So any of your DC loads that draw down the battery will be turned off in the case that the battery gets down below a set point. Set points can be adjusted here with these 4 dip switches, and there's also a pre-alarm setting which will give you an audible and a visual alarm if you are beginning to get close to your ultimate set point that turns off your DC loads. Of course, you wouldn't hook your bilge pump and some other critical loads through this, but all your other loads going to your DC panel would pass through this switch. So it acts much like a main battery switch, and in fact you can add an external switch to this to allow you to remotely turn on and off your batteries. This is a great idea. I do it on my boat. When I leave the boat, I basically flip that switch. The voltage guard turns off, which turns off all DC loads coming from my battery. Talk about a couple of the other terminals. So this is your battery input this is 12 volts or 24 volts positive DC. This device will automatically adjust for 12 volt systems and 24 volt systems. Then this terminal goes out to your loads. I've just got a little red LED light here simulating my load. This is a 3-color LED, and you can see here green is on, orange is the pre-alarm status, and red blinking means that the device is active. It's turned off your DC loads to protect your battery. And then if the LED light is off completely, that means there's no power getting to this box at all. You also have the ability to hook up an external alarm should you want one at your nav station or in your cockpit or on your dashboard. The next terminal here is the negative terminal going back out to your battery. And these 3 terminals are your driver for your LED. The package comes with 2 additional 3-color LEDs that you can mount in your dash or in your cockpit so that you also have a visual indication of what's going on. So let's show you how this thing works. Here is the voltage here, and we've decided on our set points by turning these switches either on or off. So right now, my set point is 10.5 is the switch off voltage, and 11 volts is the pre-alarm voltage. I also have the audible alarm set, so this device will actually give me an audible alarm, and as mentioned before, you can also have an auxiliary or a remote alarm attached to this as well. The other thing that this device does is it also protects your downstream sensitive electronics such as radios, GPS, chart plotters from overvoltage. Well, when would that happen? It's actually a pretty common occurrence. Should you lose the regulation of your alternator or your solar panel array, wind generator, etc., you can easily create 16, 17, 18 volts or more. This setting that I have it on right now will turn off the DC loads at 15.5, which is within the range that most sensitive DC electronics can handle. So I'm going to go ahead and turn down the power. I'm going to first take it down to about 11 volts, and you should see the pre-alarm status go on. So watch the little LED here, and we see we're at 11.3. When we get to 11 volts, we get the orange pre-alarm. That looks red in the video, but it's actually orange. And it's telling us, hey, we're in a pre-alarm status. You didn't hear the beeper yet, because the beeper comes on in about 10 minutes. There's a couple of features in this device so that if you have some sag in your voltage or starting an engine, etc., that it doesn't give you the alarms too early. So in about 10 minutes, this alarm's going to start beeping, and then as the voltage goes down, the interval between the beeps is going to decrease, and you're going to have an audible alarm more often. That's letting you know you need to give attention to your batteries or whatever DC load is drawing down the batteries. So we're in pre-alarm status now, and we're going to go down to below 10.5, and what you're going to see is after a couple of seconds we're going to lose our DC loads, and we're going to get an alarm, and the lamp is now going to switch to a red flashing sequence, and there it goes. So now what we've done is we've cut off all the downstream loads that were sucking down the battery, and we're going to go ahead now and recharge our batteries, and the reset set point is about 12 volts. And again, there's a little time delay, and now we're at 12.2, and we should see both the loads come back on and the LED turn green again. It takes just a second. And there we go. And now I'm going to take it to the extreme opposite side to hit my over voltage set point. So I'm going to assume that my battery charger has failed and it's giving me an unregulated 15.5 volts or more, and you see the light come on there, and now the alarm and the DC load shut off. So great little compact, inexpensive device which will save your batteries, well worth the expense and the trouble to install it. It's really pretty simple to install. You can get it on marinebeam.com.